Hello, everyone. My name is Logan McDonough, otherwise known as Toy Soldier, and this is my co-host here.
Hi, I'm Ian, aka Wrong Wizard. Today we have Lijiang Tower for our map, and we're actually just about to get started pretty shortly.
Yeah, we're going to be playing Maryville today for the quarter semifinals, I believe, for semifinals for NECC, or not NECC, sorry, NACE. Too many tournaments happening at once, and it looks like we're going in here. Um, looks like we're having
Very
having some
different
interesting
comps.
comps. Yeah.
Yeah, we see a Mauga sort of brawl-esque with a Pharah in for Mizzou side. Meanwhile, we see a very heavy dive with that ball echo, and then sim teleport for. Wait, okay, so oh yeah, that's right. Which way is which?
So it looks like Mizzou is actually on the high dive team, and Maryville is on
Yes.
is on the brawl comp. Very interesting choice for here from Mizzou. As always, we're looking for that first pick of the game here. We're just kind of playing around point, trying to get some damage on anything here.
You see the first.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So Pella just got the DPS on Maryville's side, and now hopefully Mizzou can pick up the rest of the team fight here. But unfortunately, Dante does kill Nami here, and we're kind of even, I believe, in the team fight for play-by-play right now. King does get backstab Bud, and it looks like Mizzou is down a little bit, and there goes the rest of... actually, no, yeah, Mizzou, unfortunately, does lose the team fight and first draw at the point.
Yeah, the main thing happening there was we saw early, they did get the early pick on Maryville, but they switched up their team comp slightly to get back faster, and that kind of got them back in the fight better. And then once they got the repick on Mizzou, it kind of just spiraled from there when they were
Oh,
down.
yeah. But we'll see if Mizzou can pick it up here as we enter the second team fight of the game. Looks like Stratocaster did get one of Maryville's players, and we're looking at backstab Bud right now, trying to get in the back row. Hack on Echo here, and Echo getting killed by Clairvoyant with the ult from Tracer, and Nami picking up the next kill. And it looks like Maryville is going to lose this team fight, and Mizzou is going to... Oh, but Maryville actually pulled... Nope. Mizzou does claim point second time here at first point Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, that first pick's all too important here.
Oh, yes. Oh, and look, unfortunately, Clairvoyant does get killed out of range of his team, and it looks like unless Pella can get out of there, which he does, Pella was in a kind of a bad spot there. But we'll see what Mizzou can do with one team member down. Clairvoyant has come back though, pretty fast from.
Maryville did capture point though, which means they are going to get a lot of this pick while this fight's happening.
That is true. So let's hope that Mizzou can get back on point. But it looks like Mizzou is kind of fractured here in the next team fight, trying to find those first picks, really trying to get here. And it looks like Mizzou is getting back on point. And again, we're looking for that first pick. Always that crucial. We see Mauga ult into a into a support ult from Mizzou and 2 picks from Mizzou. So it looks like Mizzou probably will get this next fight and the cap for the point. Maybe I spoke too soon. Reaper ults on, and there actually no, I did not speak too soon.
Yeah.
Man, everything's going back and forth in these games.
This game is so fast just because of the nature of it. A lot of it is just Mizzou has to find those early picks to get anything done. If Maryville can kind of stop that from happening for long enough, it does spell bad things for Mizzou's. As we see, like, Clairvoyant having to constantly be in there and someone having to stop fights from going on in the point. That's not what I really want to do.
Unfortunately, it looks like Mizzou did just lose their tank and one of their DPS, but we do know that with this comp, Mizzou is looking to get back really, really fast. Stratocaster is looking kind of in the barrel here, but he does get back to his team members, and both team members that were lost have come back. Unfortunately, Maryville is on 85, so Mizzou really does have to pick it up here in order to get that point back. We're looking at 92, 93 percentage on Maryville. Mizzou really needs to get on point, and it looks like Backstab Bud is on point as Pharah, but hopefully he can keep that point. But unfortunately, he does go down, and so does another one of Mizzou's DPS. Clairvoyant is on point, trying to keep that overtime timer up, but it does look like unfortunately, Mizzou is going to lose the first round in Lijiang Tower. But really close game.
It really was. The main thing that happened is they were kind of just really tight on time. We saw a lot of back and forth that entire game. Maryville able to take that fight where they had the point for the majority of it. That got them an extra 30% where normally it wouldn't have.
Oh, yeah.
Really just ate up Mizzou's timings. Because if they didn't have the case, Maryville would have had to be in a rush, and Mizzou could have taken an extra 30 seconds, group up properly, get something done, but they just didn't have enough time for that.
Yeah. And now we're on to the second point of Lijiang Tower. This is actually my favorite point. As a Junkrat main, this is one of the times I get to play the hero that I really like in competitive play. But nonetheless, looks like we're staying on the same comp here, but switching out some of the, I believe both the supports. And we're going through the teleporter. Clairvoyant's back on the, whoa, oh my gosh. And we're just looking for that first pick. I'm sorry. Sometimes when I get a little frustrated doing play-by-play because everything's happening too fast.
Oh yeah, it'll always be that way. But we see Mizzou getting a lot of early picks.
Oh yeah, two picks for Mizzou, both support and DPS. But unfortunately, Dante does on Maryville does get Pella. Being down a tank with his comp is not the end of the line, but it is pretty bad. Especially with Lucy, who can kind of keep this Malga a little bit at bay, especially with that Echo, who can get so much damage out put on him. Oh yeah, and again, there it goes. Vision. There's two picks from Maryville, two pretty big ones. Three. Unfortunately, it looks like Mizzou either has to back out or die here, but they will lose the first point to. Actually, no. I just realized Mizzou had the point for a little bit.
25 seconds.
Yeah, 25% is pretty good for losing a fight there. Unfortunately, we do get a trade-off from King for one of the DPS, but Mizzou just has to keep back. They are up a little bit of percentage points. Looks like Backstab Bud is actually going for the flank as an Echo here. Very interesting play. Hopefully he can get some advantage out of it. Dante does unfortunately get Nomi, and then there's King with Clairvoyant. Backstab Bud does get the Joby, but he has to pull back out and unfortunately does perish in the time frame. Pella is on point, trying to get something back from it, but unfortunately does have to pull out. And it looks like Maryville's going to keep that point locked down in theirs.
Yeah, especially with this McCree they're having to worry about. Backstab Bud can't really, fully fly. He has to worry about every single shot. We saw that happen. He took 2 body shots from the Cassidy, and he was just able to be finished off. And that
Backstab Bud does get the pick on Joby, though, here soon. Maybe we'll see. Oh, it does use his ult on Brig, trying to get that 1v1, but unfortunately, I think he's in a very bad position, and that's the end of Backstab Bud. Backstab Bud's triumphant trying to flank.
He did force out 2 ults though. That's not
he does.
terrible.
That is pretty good for Mizzou's gameplay here. But unfortunately, they really need to take back this point, or they might just get 2 mapped here, which would be an interesting thing, and we'll go to game 2. But it looks like that's a pick from Maryville. Backstab Bud trying to get that last pick. Clairvoyant does get it, but unfortunately, that's 3 picks from Maryville, and I think that might spell the end. No, Mizzou does have the point and does have mines on point, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get back fast.
They do have the speed boost, though, so it should be able to get Pella back into the fight. That might be enough just to at least get them some kind of contest.
That is true. I didn't realize it was only on 86, so Backstab Bud unfortunately looking kind of low here. I think we missed a flank, yeah. But we're on 95%. Mizzou really does need to get that point back. 98 going into overtime. We're looking for that first pick. Maybe Mizzou can get back here, back from the underneath Maryville's thumb, but we'll see. We're still looking for that first pick. Going into a dive comp here is very interesting. Needs a lot of communication.
It really does. It works sometimes, but the issue is whenever they don't have enough time is where it starts to crumble.
Yeah, Backstab Bud does get the pick. 2 picks off of Maryville, and I just realized Mizzou did get point. So we're looking at 54, but they do have to hold it really hard.
That map has been causing issues this whole time, too, just because they just create a presence around them that Mizzou can't really deal that much.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Mizzou has to keep isolating while Maryville just can run into their comp and really can just kind of bully them after a little bit. That's 2 picks from Maryville. Let's see if Mizzou can pull back from this, hopefully, to keep. But unfortunately, Stratocaster does get stunned to get picked, and I think that's it, and we'll go on to game 2.
Yeah, a lot of Maryville's goal was just they just created space, and that kind of just kept Mizzou out. When you're diving and they can't get close enough to you, it's not a dive comp anymore. It's just basically where can you find damage. And
Yeah.
when Backstab Bud good, it won fights.
Those flanks are kind of a hit or miss, just depending on if you can get 1 or kill or not. Your life is worth 2, but maybe not 1. It's just kind of the toss-up for a team fight. And we'll come back here in a little bit for game 2, so we'll see you then. And we're back with game 2 against Maryville. What an interesting game one we had. Very close.
Yeah, a lot of it was just a matter of who could get enough time to actually make a play. When Mizzou had enough time to get a pick, it was just a full roll from there. But whenever Maryville just sat back, collected space, they were able to dominate, which is what led to Maryville's inevitable, their victory, just from holding that ground they managed to build slowly.
Yeah. And it looks like we're going to Kings Row, one of my favorite maps.
Scrims Row.
Scrims Row, very fun. And hopefully we'll see different stuff from each team. And it looks like we are.
Funnily enough, Maryville was worried about Backstab Bud playing Widowmaker. Instead, we see Clairvoyant on it.
Yeah, Clairvoyant on Widow. We got a very interesting comp. I would assume Clairvoyant's going to switch if he gets a pick or not. That's usually what happens for Widowmaker, so hopefully I can go and then we'll see a pick, you know?
Yeah. Maybe 2 if we're lucky.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's mostly just going to be a lot of seeing what Pella and Backstab Bud can make use of.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. We do
Immediately switch to Tracer.
We'll miss the pick, instant pick switch to Tracer here. Jeez. Ooh. Fast games really make you lose sense of names, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Names, times, what targets are, the whole thing goes out the window.
Oh, yeah.
As Zenyatta is now being targeted.
Yeah, Zenyatta is up in the staircase for some reason. Both supports are with a DPS. I'm confused on what's trying to hear, but unfortunately that is 2 picks for Maryville.
From what I saw, both of them got chased up by the Mauga, who sort of closed them in. Yeah, it was a whole threat that happened. If I was paying attention, I believe Echo and Mauga sort of cut them off from where they were trying to pull back from.
It looks like our tank, not Backstab, but Pella is in their back row. Speaking of Backstab, but unfortunately he does die here. He does lose the 1v1 against the Echo. And so we'll see. Oh, there's another kill for Maryville, and that's a third. King really going off here. Hopefully,
King and
go ahead.
King and Danton are really doing all of this, just making space for themselves just through damage, sheer damage alone.
Oh yeah, that Mauga is an interesting pick though. I haven't been following Overwatch comps in a little bit, so I've always known him as the bad hero. So
when he can create space on a decent patch, he's. Ooh.
Yeah, I know when he first came out, he was kind of a big threat. Backstab, but unfortunately looking at like less than half health, getting the health pack here.
He plays kind of similar to a League tank where literally he just creates his space by literally just saying, I will deal damage to you if you're within this range of me.
Unfortunately, Backstab does lose his life to Vision, and it looks like Mizzou is looking for another thing. I don't think Mizzou's gotten any picks so far in this game, which is very unfortunate to think about.
Yeah, especially for a dive comp where their entire strength is being able to get picks.
There goes Pella. Mizzou really needs to change it up, or we might just see a full hold from them.
Yeah, because with this kind of format, if what they're running with, that Brig's gonna stop them a little bit. Mauga can't really die unless it just gets full blown.
They really need to either get a pick or switch comps, like, because these dead air fights are not gonna last, and Echo just gets out of there with their life.
That's a pick, though.
That is a pick. Claire does pick up a good pick on the Reaper, but unfortunately Joby does pick up Clairvoyant. We got Pella on point, but there's two more. There's another pick from Squid on Backstab, but does get that pick. But unfortunately, there goes two things and the
slowly getting
fight.
it. How
But
fast can they get the? Oh, jeez.
But Pella was still on point, so a little bit of progress. Really trying to separate their focus. Pella does get the Joby pick. One of their supports is out, which is a big thing, depending.
Especially with only Break being left. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, not to mention Transult's online.
Oh, Nomi gets a big pick on King. With Clairvoyant picking up another thing on Squid, and it looks like Mizzou might get the first point. There's Pella going for Joby.
Dante's the main threat now.
Dante is the main threat, but all their team is pretty much on it, and there he goes. Unfortunately, Vision does pick up a Nomi kill, but that is first point for Mizzou. I thank the Lord that we at least got first point here.
Dante's being such a threat right now. As long as his teammate's alive, he just takes everything in stride like it just bullets ping off him. I swear.
Yeah, their tank is invincible. Could you imagine that in 6v6 with an off tank? Ooh.
I don't want to imagine that with a Zarya.
Unfortunately, it does look like Mizzou is going to lose this team fight. I think I saw 3 to 4 picks from Maryville. Pella in the back row, really trying to find those one-off picks and flying across the map.
If it works, we'll see what happens with it.
Unfortunately, Pella does get picked off. Who? Mizzou is really sticking to this comp though. They really don't want to change. Backstab Butt does get the Vision kill, and we'll see if anything. But unfortunately, Backstab Butt does get picked up by King. Nomi gets Squid, but Dante gets Nomi. We're really just trading players at this point, trying to get it. Mizzou is being pushed back to first spawn. Bad manners, you know. Ooh.
A lot of it is just a matter of, can Mizzou find a strategy that works against this kind of brawlish prompt? Because Maryville's not going to change their strategy.
That's true.
They don't really have a choice if they wanted to. They're playing a strategy that has one specific way it functions.
Backstab Butt did pick up a kill on Joby, but I did, as you were talking, did see the Mauga ult on spawn. Ooh, Maryville, it feels like they're playing with their food a little bit, but if they keep trolling like this, Mizzou can pick up games. We saw how close both games were on Lijiang Tower, and it looks like Mizzou does pick up 2 kills and pushing them back to their spawn.
Not to mention ults are alive now with Mizzou having 3.
Yeah, that is true. 2, the 1 that Maryville has.
Almost 2 now.
2 now, yeah.
Not particularly heavy value though. Not to mention with being tradable with the Brig ult. How much is Castle really going to do?
That's true. That's true.
Especially with a.
There's Tranquility, keeping Mizzou back in the fight, really fully pushed up, trying to get that card as far as possible before Maryville has a chance to recover.
Yeah.
There's the 2 ults from Mizzou, both support and DPS ult with Echo.
Castle, all ults are down for Maryville right now, though.
That
They
is
used Castle ult there, too. It didn't really get any value either.
I did not see Castle. I was.
It happened on the retreat when they transed.
Interesting. Yeah. And it looks like Mizzou is pushing them back. If Mizzou can pick up the third point, 1 minute to 30 seconds is nothing to scoff at for time afterwards.
Yeah, especially if they can hold some kind of defense, though. Although I don't know how this team's going to play defense, though.
That is true. I hope they change their comp for a defensive turn, but we'll see what happens. Mizzou is really trying to stick on this comp. It looks like we've changed out, Maryville has changed out their tank to a Junker Queen.
Interesting. Honestly, I don't know if that's the right play here.
Junker Queen did just get a pick, though. You
it
can't
is.
really argue with the results. And there's 3 picks from Maryville, 4 with the castle that built in less than 2 seconds, it feels like. And there goes there is a team kill for Maryville. Clairvoyant is trying to sneak up on someone.
The only ults right now that are even considering is you have the Tracer ult, you have the Juno ult, you have Trance.
And
That's it.
unfortunately, there's 2 picks from Maryville.
But there is also a ball on point.
There is a ball on point. C9 a little bit happening here. But Maryville does pick up on Pella's game plan here. If
Might
Pella
give
can't
Mizzou some
survive,
space, though.
we will get a full team fight on card, which will be an interesting thing. 4 seconds to touch to get that overtime buff, and I didn't see the touch, but Mizzou does get overtime. Pella did get it. That is correct. Hopefully, Mizzou can push a little bit farther, just to give them some breathing room for the defense. 2 ults, 1 ult from each team. Both support ults trying to keep themselves in the fight here. Mizzou desperately trying to get a pick, trying to get that cart to its full to its 3 points, give them some breathing room. Unfortunately, looks like Backstep Bud is in a little bit of a pickle, but gets the pick on Squid, and we're looking at a 5v4, but it could be anyone's game here. Backstep Bud Nomi getting 2 more picks. Hopefully this spells the cap for Mizzou. Try to keep that Junker Queen off.
That'll do
There it is! Mizzou getting the 3rd point and 30 seconds if it goes into a 2nd round.
Yeah, just enough to get past it. Main thing being that Brig being able to hold that Junker Queen off for just long enough time with that shield bash and with that whip shot. Give them just enough time to get that extra 10 meters at the very end.
Yeah.
Which, if they push this to a 4-point scenario, ooh, that'd be so much better than just losing outright.
Yeah, Mizzou is really looking to just drain the time. Also, Mizzou could be looking to try to fully stop them at their first point. We'll see what their defense comp is looking like. I hope to see something new. And it's not.
Nope, it is the exact same.
It is the exact same comp. Mizzou is really going for their bread and butter.
Yep. We'll see if it's broke or not.
I guess. I would say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But judging from other match results, sometimes it is a little broke, unfortunately.
Now, how do you play this comp on defense? The main thing being here is
surprise.
Backstep Bud has to get value.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like we have a pause. Okay.
So with this is kind of just a matter of Backstep Bud has to get value. Pella has to hold back as long as possible. Clairvoyant needs to go help Backstep Bud. We have our target of who has to get value.
I mean, you also could try like an ambush fighting, trying to like get the whole team on like 1 to 2 people, kill them as fast as possible, and then get the rest of the team. But like even then,
we're just gonna group around their Maga though is the issue.
That's true. We'll see what happens. Looks like we have a.
I wonder if they can separate the Malgo with a good placed ball line or something.
Maybe. I'm just not sure because the Malga is such a big threat because of how much damage he can deal and just take. Being a big body against this comp is kind of just a good thing.
From the looks of it, what I could definitely see, because of where that ball was positioned at the very end, where he's up on that sidewall, if we see ball manage to hit the Malga out through the opening choke point, if a break can like whip shot or something into Hotel, that might be enough to get like two maybe three picks on
yeah.
that on the rest of the team there.
That's true.
Especially if they can bait him into a charge.
Yeah, this is where you wish you had like a boop target, so you could
Yes.
throw him off the map. Just really make that Mauga hope to thank the Lord that this is an enclosed map.
Can we just add just a small little hole right next to the statue?
It's like a manhole.
Yeah.
Manhole that's
Manhole
been taken
cover.
off. Yeah,
Only tanks can't even fall through it.
Yeah.
Only squishies.
but like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just pop up once in a while. It's very fun. Oh, but yeah,
Just a pizza at the very bottom.
yeah, but for facing Maryville, from my understanding, is a very, very, very competitive team in collegiate Overwatch. Mizzou is looking really good.
Not to mention, this is not the exact comp you'd want to be going into for Mizzou.
I'm very surprised that they haven't changed anything. Then again, this is coming from a peak gold player, so their top 500 mines might be a little more big than mine. But like, I would assume to at least have more sustain on a comp for
From
defense.
what I know, this is kind of just their bread and butter comp. This is what they've been playing a lot of this season, to my knowledge. I know Backstab Bud is very much an Echo player. I've talked to him a bit myself since I played a lot of Echo recently. This is kind of just what they've been really comfortable in, and I wonder if that's a lot of the mindset they're going into.
There's a sort of like give and take for the sort of bread and butter comps. Obviously, every team's going to know what the hell you're going to play. But you're more comfortable on it, so you play better. So it is good to have multiple comps, and I would really like to see in newer games, maybe after the winter break, we'll see a different comp from Mizzou to sort of change up the game plan.
Personally, my favorite is a main comp that they're really good at, along with like a secondary comp they play that only really works well against team comps that work good against them. If you can have one comp you're really good at and basically just a pocket pick comp, I find that works really well just from personal experience. Also, only have gotten to platinum, so
it's kind of just like we're throwing stones at sort of a artillery tank, you know.
Yeah.
Like, here's a little bit of wisdom from people that are 4 to 5 ranks below you.
Yep.
But that's what casters do, you know.
Yeah. I doubt they have a sub that they want to go send to commentate.
Maybe.
Now, let's see. I didn't see any team changes for Maryville either, though.
Yeah. It looks like
they switched back from the Junker Queen to the Mauga. Which makes sense. Junker Queen kind of only really functions well on that sort of last point, since they can play around
she's squishy but fast tank.
Yes. Sustain too. They love their sustain on those tanks.
Yeah.
Not to mention they're just playing like a giant death ball.
Yeah. It's just a modern what is it called? Brawl.
Yeah, it's just modern brawl. Swap the Reinhardt for a character that actually does damage. And then
sad for Reinhardt players everywhere. I used to be one, but then Overwatch 2 neutered my boy.
Trust me, I feel that way with some of the characters I've played.
How? Speaking of characters, how do you feel about the new Sombra rework? That's wild to me.
I understand it in its function. It's kind of it's sort of this mix between what they kind of came up with for the Overwatch 2 original rework and then just took aspects from like first version of Sombra.
She just doesn't feel like the same character to me. I
think that's kind of what they're going for. I think it's supposed to fix a playstyle issue people had with the character.
But like, you're kind of just putting like a Band-Aid over a huge solution. You already put her in the game. You really need to. I think sticking with her sort of like flanking background in like high risk, high reward scenario playing is a very good thing.
I think the main goal is they want to give her more damage, but they can't do that with the playstyle she has.
That's true, yeah. If you give her more there was sort of a cat and mouse game. If you give her more damage, well, you have to make her more visible. Otherwise, she's just going to be an assassin in the back row. But like, one of my favorite Overwatch memories when I was play for club is oh, and sorry, we'll get to that later. We're back to the game here. Sorry for stopping in the middle of the story there. Actually, I'll stay. But I basically gotten behind an enemy team as a Sombra and just stayed there for the entire game. It was just a little menace. So
I love doing that as Echo. Literally just left click, right click. Where's your health bar go?
Yeah, that's true. And so it looks like we are going to see the little ambush tactics here. Backstab Bud really needs to get the pick. Anyone really needs to get a pick. We are in the middle of the team fight, first team
Tracer
fight
looks
here.
to be focused.
Yeah, we're really trying to find anything. We do. Maryville is split up, which is very good for Mizzou. I think that's what they're trying to do. But it looks like that. Where is Malga? I do not see him currently.
That's scarier than
yeah. Lost Malga is. Oh, there he is.
Found him.
Found him. Stratocaster is trying to kill him, and doing pretty good job there too. Unfortunately, Maryville does get 2 picks on Mizzou. There's the Clairvoyant does get a pick up one. Maybe Mizzou can pick it up. Clairvoyant getting another one. Unfortunately, King getting Pella. I think that's the end of the team fight here.
We saw a lot of it early, but Backstab Bud was kind of just falling naturally to Echo's big enemy Cassidy. Just, I think he took 4 shots while getting healed and just had to retreat. Had to just stop providing value just because there's Cassidy that exists and can hit shots.
I mean, that's what Mizzou gets for doing a high risk, high reward comp here. Dive really is just like pick your battles and try to do something. Pella does get the pick on Joby. We're really good. Mizzou is really good at getting those picks for the backline, but unfortunately, almost nothing else. It seems like against Maryville. There's 2 picks from Maryville with Cass. Pella really needs to get on this Cass's behind. Really trying to pressure him because that is really what's killing their potential here.
If Pella can dive that, like we just saw, Backstab Bud just immediately took 2 shots from Cassidy, had to retreat the entire fight and stop providing value because he's getting shot at.
Yeah. Like I said, Maryville is one of the top players in collegiate Overwatch, so we are doing really well depending on our ranking if you want to really put stuff into that, but we're really just letting them get free time on the cart. I haven't seen a new team fight
4
in
minutes on the
forever.
clock is not fun for especially with another point to go.
I mean, it took almost to overtime for Mizzou to even get first point. Was it overtime for the first point?
Yeah.
There's a ult from Nomi. Unfortunately, Transcendence really early to save himself.
Second. Oh, Donovan's dead.
That is true. Dante did die, and Mizzou really has to pick up everything from getting the kill on their tank.
It's working though.
It is working. They got him off cart. That's all Mizzou really needs to play for time. Getting that tank kill really is a necessity almost, it feels like. But Malga is back in the game, so there are so Mizzou does have to retreat, unfortunately, to get the next team fight.
If you look at Maryville's confidence a different way, if you think about it, it's basically just a bunch of squishies playing around a big guy.
That is true, yes. But that big guy is really doing work, getting a kill on our big guy. But Backstab Bud does pick up a squishy kill. Dante is really taking names in this. So is King. Everyone on Maryville's taking names, I should say.
Mizzou's doing some of it too, but oh my god.
Not as much.
No.
You need to take more names than you get or you giving. There was 2 kills for Maryville. With these comps, we're not getting a lot of like classic team fights you see in Overwatch. Backstab Bud does get a pick on Vision, but Vision they traded, it looks like.
Yeah, a lot of it is just a matter of what's Mizzou's plan going to be for this? How do you approach this sort of thing? The issue is they are having difficulties. They can't even really pick their fights.
Yeah, that is true. They really need to start picking their fights though, if they want any chance at taking home at least a map from Maryville.
Yeah, they're kind of forced to play as opportunists, which is not what you want to be doing in a dive comp.
That is true. Unfortunately, the King does get 2 picks on Mizzou, and it looks like they're going to get to second point on King's Row.
I think Backstab Bud should have been on there.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. No, I'm saying I think he was on there. I think that was a game deciding he didn't feel like it.
King getting another Clairvoyant pick.
Meanwhile, Stratocaster's having a
something. 3 minutes on the clock for Maryville to get it to third point. That is a lot of time.
This is the hardest point to take, though.
That is true, but like, I will like to point out, Mizzou is really easy to kill.
Yes. I would like to raise you. What if they died?
That is true, yes. If Dante can keep picking up the things he is, like he did just now, it really is not up to Mizzou, it's up to them just stalling out timer. You really don't want to do the back, but Backstep Bud does get a pick on Joby. It looks like I did just realize Backstep Bud does go to the did change to the hero we were talking about earlier.
Recently.
So
Almost getting a
whoa. Clairvoyant used the time stop just to go right in front of Dante. Very scary place to be put in. Clairvoyant does pick up the kill on Vision, but Vision did get the kill on.
Joey already back getting a pick on the Stratocaster though.
That is true. We'll see if Backstep Bud can pick up a kill here, but unfortunately there's like 2 heroes and can't really keep with those. 3v1 with Pella on the thing. He really has to play his mind out. Spin to win, baby.
Dante's now in the entire fight by himself
and winning. You know, Overwatch really is the game of give and take, but sometimes you give more than you take. But Mizzou does push him back to their spawn, killing Dante.
Ult.
So we are getting time back.
A good Sombra ult though can completely shut down Dante if done properly.
That is true, but there's not really a lot of ults to play. But then again,
Mines maybe.
that's But then again, Maryville does not have a lot of ults themselves either. King can pick up a kill, as we see, usually, but we'll see if that actually comes up. Dante getting the kill on Clairvoyant, unfortunately. We'll see if Backstep Bud ults here in a little bit.
There's the EV. Let's see what they make of it.
1 kill, but unfortunately there's 2 kills for Maryville. It is kind of really up to Pella at this point to keep that cart away from 3rd point. They are taking. It might go into a closer 4th point finish than I was thinking though.
Mizzou does get guaranteed time on the clock though.
That is true. 40 seconds. If they can keep them off until overtime, Maryville and Mizzou will be tied for time on the clock. There is Mauga ult. I do not know if he got anyone, but
he got one.
Oh, he got one,
Yep.
and I think that's the rest of them. Pella switching to the Doomfist, really trying to get everyone off of cart, but looks like they're gonna get back with a minute 25.
Yep, but
That's
to Mizzou's minute.
That's
not
true.
That bad.
That's not that bad, but 25 seconds, especially with Maryville.
That's half a minute more than they got.
That's true. So we'll see what happens. I believe Mizzou is the first to defend now.
30 seconds isn't a lot until your enemies have it.
Yes. Mizzou is the first to defend. We'll see if they choose something different, but I severely doubt they won't.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of how do they want to approach this differently as opposed to what team comp are they going to change to.
That's true. That bread and butter looking kind of moldy at this point. Then again, that's
Moldy
just me
and
wanting.
expired, yeah.
That's just me wanting to see something different.
Oh, if Clairvoyant can get a pick this time, though.
That's true. That would be something different.
Is it technically though? Because we did see it on the first attack.
Yeah, but we didn't see a pick. That's the difference.
True. You got a valid point. Everything except literally the exact same we saw in the first round, though. I wonder if there's going to be any setup differences, though. I severely doubt it.
I doubt it.
The only thing I could see change is no, there is different from the first map because they had a Echo on the first map. Maryville did.
That's true. Oh. It looks like they're just going with Cassidy. Well, are we gonna do? We're looking. We're looking.
Yeah, look, you're staring at a rectangle.
You gotta choose to fire at some point here, Claire, or just change. Unfortunately, same. Backstep Bud finding an unfortunate target there. Dante just kind of showing up in his crosshairs. Pella seeing the rest of the team. Very interesting place Maryville has put themselves. Their entire team in one room and then Dante by himself.
Dante can get across that, though, with his charge.
That's true, yeah. We'll see if... Backstep Butt does change to the Pharah.
Honestly, I like this pick better.
Yes, especially with all of their team being in a close room. That's 3 kills from Mizzou. Hopefully picking up this team fight. Pella really trying to get the support here. And coming
that's
in.
A team kill.
And that's a team kill for Mizzou. That's first. That's first
entirely. Unless something crazy happens.
Come on, come on, come on. At least get the first one. Let's
That's
go.
it.
First point. Now all Mizzou has to do on their defense is hold.
Yes. They just need to not lose now.
Not lose, which is a tall order.
It is, but they switched off Mauga.
They did switch off Mauga. The mech, kind of actually not really.
Not really. It makes sense for this kind
Yeah,
of
makes sense
especially
against
with
this
that Pharah.
And
That's
Dante
the
getting
reason why it's
picks
happening.
off of Mizzou.
But they do have to stay on point.
That is true.
That is important.
Dante really trying to bully Mizzou off point, and there it is.
They did succeed in doing that.
Yes. So all Maryville has to do is get it like 2 inches away from first point.
Yep.
But all Mizzou has to do is full hold for a minute 25.
Hear me out. What if they just decided to just bomb their spawn door?
Play a different comp?
Yeah.
We'll see. I really doubt it, but
I could see Pharah switch.
I could.
I think that'd probably be the best.
I
play.
really just want to see a bunker comp, just like straight sustain, nothing else.
That would be nice to run into a Mauga, because you can stall with an Orisa for a minute without blinking.
But we'll see it. I don't know if Pella has Orisa. No?
There's
Bread and butter,
ball.
there it is.
But we do see Diva.
Diva from Dante, yes.
Yes.
That is a change. And a Widowmaker.
Widowmaker.
Well, it's because they're at first point.
Yes.
The Widowmaker on
They
high.
didn't do that last time, though.
I think so.
No, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't?
No, I don't.
Shows you how close I'm paying attention to these games.
Well, they literally just walked out of spawn door, said we're taking that point, and succeeded.
That's true. That's true.
They literally colonial imperialism.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, King does not get a pick off of here.
I wonder if. Oh, they switched from Widow to Symmetra. Oh, back to Widow.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if Widow gets anything.
I wonder if they switched to Diva because they expected what we were just talking about, Echo to be a Pharah.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they're not,
Pella doing something. Backstep button hotel. Okay, we're looking for picks. We're looking for picks. I like
stopping
it.
some people from going.
Yes, we're playing weird off angles. That's exactly what this comp wants to do. Yes, hold the choke, keep them off point as much as possible. That's all it needs to happen. 54 seconds. They've blown through the extra 25 seconds. That's good. That's good. All Mizzou needs to do is keep them off point. They are going the alternate direction, Maryville. So we'll see if Mizzou can hold off from there.
Meanwhile, Diva's on a wild goose chase.
That is true. King does get the pick on backstab, but unfortunately, and there goes Dante on Pella. I don't know if they're going to keep the. There's another pick, and I think that's KO for most of the team for Mizzou.
Yeah, they're recovering back right now.
They need to get out fast. They really got.
They have 10 meters. They have 28 meters. That's enough, right?
It's more than 0, I guess.
Yeah. And they have Pella there. Pella can stall.
Pella has to stall really good. As in, kill this Juno.
I'd love it if Maryville just walked off point.
That'd be funny. C9 win for Mizzou. But all they have to do is get it under that arch.
Yep.
Which is not hard. They are in overtime. All Mizzou has to do is get them off point.
Yes.
There's a sleep. I think there was a sleep on an ulting
yes,
cast.
It did get slept by the Ana.
Okay. Good sleep on the Ana. There's the rally.
1 meter.
Come on. Clairvoyant gets a pick. Backstep Butt gets a pick. Dante unfortunately doesn't get a pick. Vision gets a pick on Backstep Butt.
But they have mines.
But Pella mines instantly. Come on. Pella needs to spin a win here. But I think that's Maryville. Oh, what a close game.
Yes. Down to the second. If Pella was able to just get a couple more off, he would have just a little more, and it would have all been there.
Yeah. But
Mizzou's consistent, though.
Mizzou is consistent. We'll see you for game 3. Who's ready for King of the Hill? We're back with Flashpoint. Servasa.
Yep. Servasa, potentially last round, third round of the night. Maryville up to Mizzou needing to reverse sweep this if they want anything if they want to win this in the end.
I believe. These games have been close.
Yes.
With all of the bad talk I've been doing tonight aside, these games have been close. So, we're going into Servasa for our Flashpoint map.
Hey,
here.
we see a team change with Clairvoyant on the Symmetra. Will that be for more than 5 seconds?
No. They will TP out of spawn, and he will go to Tracer.
Yep.
But Maryville also sticking to the bread and butter. When you have two high-level teams knowing what they want to play, I guess you don't really get to see the cool variety of heroes.
We will not be seeing Counterwatch today.
There it is, Clairvoyant to wow, Tracer.
We don't give up.
And
Who would have thought?
that's true, yeah. And one of the worst things about Flashpoint is just the amount of time in between everything.
Yes.
We'll see what happens. With this, oh,
Immediately
backstab, but does get one tap by Vision, unfortunately.
Falls to his natural enemy yet again.
Yes. I really wish Backstab Blood would change to something that isn't as susceptible to that. There's 2 more kills from Maryville and probably getting first point from Mizzou here. I mean, it's just 1 point, you know? What will happen?
You know, it only takes... It'll be next point in less than a minute.
That's true, that's true. Clairvoyant does unfortunately die to the cast. Backstab Bud really just sticking on the thing.
The real question is, who on their team doesn't get countered by cast?
That's true, that's true. Ball? I guess?
When there's a Malga standing next to him, it feels like a counter.
That's true, but like, when you don't have a head, there's no thing to crit, you know?
True! Until he throws his concuss on, his...
Flashbang?
Yeah, and now you're out of ball.
That's true, that's true. But we'll see what happens. Dante really just giving Backstab Bud the business here. Clairvoyant in the mess of things, trying to fight back for point A here. 74% on Maryville's side, no picks. Mizzou really needs to see something here fast. And it looks like they're going to see death.
No one's dead yet.
That's true, that's true. We do have a couple ults coming up
Now
from
you can
Mizzou.
say that.
Now Pella has died, unfortunately. Dante getting the first kill. There's King with the second, King with the third, Vision with the fourth, Vision with the fifth. And there's point A for Maryville.
Yep. On to the second point, although Maryville, while it's not important, they did use Tracer ult.
That is true, that is true. But they have 2 more ults. We are up in ult economy 3-2 with 2 more really close to being.
Give it 2 seconds.
But looks like Dante. There it is.
Yep.
Okay.
We are now officially
Pella,
down in ult economy.
Pella is now dead. Also, King got him.
No.
There is more Malga ult. Did it get anyone?
I think he used it as a
Claire?
barrier.
Wild. Best Malga ult NA, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know. Not really a lot to do as a play-by-play commentator here because it's just kind of
He's just kind of standing around.
kicks at picks
Now,
a little bit.
What is Mizzou want to do here? Do they...
Kill someone. Maybe.
I thought we were playing the different game here.
There's 2 picks from Maryville, unfortunately. Backstab Bud and Stratocaster. Pella fighting for his life currently.
Yeah, Mizzou used 2 ults for that too. Granted, Maryville did use 3.
Yes.
So, not... Or 2, because Malga kind of just went...
There's
into
the
corner.
Clairvoyant death.
There's
And Nami. Backstab Bud trying to find that pick.
Yeah.
I don't know why our player, Mizzou keeps going in one
Oh!
at a time.
Oh!
Pella on
Pella
the
on the
Malga.
Malga.
We see something different.
Ah.
The Malga.
Double
the
Malga.
double Malga. Maybe something.
With the speed boost.
Something will happen. King getting the first pick, unfortunately, and get out of ult for. Oh, and Claire is on the Reaper. We are seeing a change in team. Maybe Mizzou is trying something new. Unfortunately, it's not working. 3 kills for Maryville, and I think that is the point for Maryville.
Oh my
2-0 with the last point remaining. This is the last chance Mizzou has to pick up anything. But we see a full team conversion. I think a little too late, unfortunately, though.
The last one changed. Besides Brig, which works perfectly fine in this.
I think Mizzou's learned their lesson a little too late
Yeah. Who on their team got on stream?
That's true. That's true. Maybe they're watching us in the thing. We are on a 3-minute delay though. So.
I thought it was 5. Is it 3?
Yeah, we're on.
Well, whatever it is.
Dante gets the first kill. Anyway, on Backstab Bud on the May. But Vision killing Pella. I thought Dante was gonna die there, but I guess that was our Malga. I'm getting confused now. I guess.
It was our Malga.
That's unfortunate. Maybe we'll see some miracle comeback here. I do want to see at least 1 point for Mizzou. Somewhere. That is there's 2 Malga ults though. And Mizzou getting a team kill. There it is, back in the game.
Yeah.
No, not almost team kill. I think those are respawns.
That is a respawn you're seeing over there.
Okay.
They did get point finally. That's the first time that's happened this map.
There is Vision on the rocket person. Oh my gosh. Farrah, there you go. Thank you.
Rocket Lady.
Yeah, like I said, I end up, when I'm casting, end up just losing all knowledge of Overwatch.
We do see Mail coming online soon, which actually is clutch in this kind of team fight.
That's true.
Double stun.
Double stun. Clairvoyant getting the pick on Dante. That's a big pick. Dante has been showing up a lot for Maryville. Clairvoyant also getting a second pick on Squid. Are we going to see the first cap of Mizzou for Servasa? I hope so.
Now, team ult economy-wise, Mizzou is doing better actually.
Oh, and there we see the Clairvoyant ult getting 1 kill. There's 2 more for Mizzou, and 90% for
Vision did ult
point
there,
E.
but as most fair ults, it ended up in suicide.
That's true.
Yep.
That's the point of Farrah. You either kill everyone or kill no one. There's no in between.
Or you kill one by ulting a single doorway.
That's true. That's true also. Or you just ult in a little room. That's my favorite.
Zoning ultimate.
That's true. But we do see the first point for Mizzou to get picked up here at Servasa. This is the start of the comeback. I feel it. We see
Feel it in your bones.
We see a new comp. We see a new team dynamic. We're seeing more kills, more ult usage, better. I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
We're gonna see this comp in finals.
Yes, in finals. We'll see you win finals. I'm not saying that too early, am I?
Now, what do they do here since Maryville has a Reaper now?
I mean, just looking for picks like every other thing. There is Malga ult for Maryville. Are we going to see the Malga ult from Pella? No, but that's 2 kills for 3 kills for Mizzou and a ult from Backstab Bud. I saw.
3 ults for 2, not bad considering the fact they won the whole fight off that.
That's true, and that's another pick for Mizzou.
Yeah,
Claire picking up.
Get some staggers in there, especially on a support. Yeah, that's you love to see that.
We love to see anything happen in here. I'm getting excited though. Mizzou is showing up. Mizzou showing up a new comp. We're showing up. We're showing better and faster. You know what I'm saying?
My question is, who pulled the trigger to ask for the team comp switch?
That's true. I wish we could interview them, but we'll see.
If they win, we could.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I do see a win in our future though. I see it in my mind's eye. There is the ult from Pella, getting at least 1 kill off of the Reaper. There's the ult from Squid, getting Clairvoyant and Backstab Bud, both DPS down on Mizzou's side. Unfortunately, Mizzou really has to keep this point though, if they even want to think about getting back in the fight, because like I said, that's the last thing they have.
They got to 99.
They got to 99. But they really can't let Maryville hold for any longer.
Luckily, their Juno did die with their break, so that will give them the speed boost on the way back.
Yes, and Malga using their health thing for Maryville.
But Mizzou did pick up just now Brig ult. Meanwhile, Maryville's is well down. So
That's true. Maryville is looking at a Death Blossom, though, which could be the biggest thing you ever see or the lowest thing you ever see. It's one of those ults, you know?
Yep.
I guess that's for every DPS ult. There is the ult from Backstep Bud, getting that zoning out, getting them on point faster. Backstep Bud has trapped it, but unfortunately there is 3-4 kills from.
And that's gonna do it.
That's gonna be game. That's third point, and that is the end for Mizzou. I believe that's end for Mizzou for NACE in general.
Yes. Yeah. Game 3 ended up being pretty. They had a slow start there, Mizzou. As soon as they switched, though, they just immediately started getting some gas back in once they were able to like actually fight on their terms.
Yes, and I'm glad to see the switch. And not seeing them die on the same comp the entire time. And we saw the switch worked.
Yes, they got almost a second point. They got to 99 on the second, even with the ulti disadvantage. Almost got back, and if it wasn't for the Reaper getting all the way back there, May just not able to hold off quite long enough. Just one of those times.
However, I will say, for all of my naysaying tonight, close games for one of the best teams, Maryville.
Definitely, by all metrics.
And I think that's going to be it for our broadcast tonight. Like I said, my name's Logan McDonough, Toy Soldier, and...
Yep, and me, Ian, Wrong Wizard, and this was a great game to watch.
Yeah, it was a great game, great casting.
End of a great season.
Yes, and we'll see you all next time.